Hello, my friends. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing good. I hope you're ready for another YouTube video from your old buddy, DadCraft73. We're back here playing one man, one mod, trying to learn everything that we can about IndustrialCraft 2. And man, we are certainly learning a good bit, that's for sure and for certain. And every day we learn something new, just like today. So I have to talk about something that I was wrong about. And I apologize greatly, but I wanted to make sure that we come back and touch it because it's important, right? So we made these eye tanks in yesterday's episode. This is a little light mod that Teddy added to the pack so we could actually have some, some lava storage, stuff like that. What we're going to do is we're going to start off this episode by tearing these guys down. And we're going to put them back, don't you worry. So do I have room? Yeah. But I want to make a couple things, first of all. So I made a pulling upgrade in yesterday's episode, but it doesn't go in the immersive or the geothermal generator, right? So today we're going to start off by making a ejector upgrade. We need to make an electric motor, which we should be able to make pretty easily. I need to grab some iron. I think I just need 3 pieces. Like that, maybe? Okay. And then let's make 2 of these. 2 of those. Crazy guy. And then let's make these. Bang. Electric motor. And then we should be able to make this guy simple like that. Okay? So now we have an ejector upgrade, pulling upgrade. And they do exactly, essentially, what you think they would. One pulls from an inventory. The other one ejects into an inventory. Okay? So the other thing I want to make is an IC2, IndustrialCraft 2 tank. So we need 4 of these fluid cells and a basic machine casing. Do I by chance have iron? No, let's get this done. 8. Okay. You guys go in there and do your deal. Yep, you're right. Okay. So let's make some of these universal fluid deals over here. No, here is my glass panes. No, right there. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And we'll go like this, and we'll make 4 of these guys. Okay? And then we just have to wait until these guys are done. I need to make, while I'm in here, I'm going to grab some of these guys, like so. And I think these are like that. Yeah. Some crop sticks. I'm trying to get these crops to do what they want to. I keep getting weeds over here. I don't know why I don't get... See that right there? There's a weed. Dang weed. Get out of here. What about you? No. I either get sugarcane or I get weeds. So I think what we're going to do, if this thing grows all sugarcane, I think I'm going to tear everything down here. We're going to just start over. We're going to put some fresh sugarcane in there because we really want a second stickweed plant because we got one, right? We want to have another one so we can start growing and sort of working through the increases in like stats on those guys, right? Okay. So is this guy done now? One more. Okay, done. All right, now we should be able to make this tank. Nope, let's make our basic machine casing first, and then we can make this tank. Okay, there we go. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to take this guy, stick him right here. All right, now he has an interface, and he both has the ability to put a pulling upgrade and an ejector upgrade on him. Now, if I take my tank like this, right? Oh, wait a minute. So it is pulling upgrade is going to go this way. Right? Pulling upgrade? Yep, so there's that. All right. Yes. And then ejector upgrade is going to be on this side of the block. No. Yeah, doesn't matter. It's going to go this side. Right? Put him in there. Now this guy's going to fill up with lava. Now, oh my goodness, it used all my lava. Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay. What's it doing here? Is it still... Yeah, okay, that's working. I mean, that thing holds a good amount of lava. I don't know how much. I'm guessing it's maybe like 20 buckets. So we're definitely going to have to go sneak it in the lava. Maybe we'll do that. I mean, I don't know. Why not? We'll just take these guys with us. We can go into the lava or into the lava and get some more stuff. We can certainly do that. Okay, so that's how you can automate this geothermal generator, right? You can just put lava in there, or use the tank from IndustrialCraft 2 and put yourself some pulling and ejecting upgrades on there, and that thing will just do what it needs to do. Just like easy. Oh man, I love it. I love it. Alright, so we've done that. That was one thing I wanted to take care of today. I need to go and get myself some more lava. Oh, there's a creeper out there. Why don't I not have a sword on my inventory bar? There we go. Hello. Dang it. Was not fast enough. I'm having some creeper issues around here. It's making me a little crazy. There's creepers everywhere. Alright, let me put this dirt back. Okay, there we go. Alright, how are you doing? We don't know. Any weeds growing? No. Okay. Alright. So there's one more thing that I want to make today in today's episode, because I think we need to think about... We need to think about speeding these machines up a little bit. So now we have essentially two types of power. We have our wind rotor, our wind generator up there. When it decides to actually run... It's been sort of like, yeah, it's running right now. It's been sort of like kicking off, and it hasn't been running, which doesn't make me very happy, but what are you going to do? It's kind of, it's weird. You know, there's three things that determine how much power you get out of those wind generator, and two of them you can control, right? You got to put it in a place where there's lots of wind. You got to put it high as possible. Not as high as possible, but at least up to 160 Y level is about the highest. And the other thing is something you can't control, which is chance. So there's a chance that it will just not work. And we have certainly had those chances a couple times, but it is what it is. What are you going to do? Okay, so I'm going to go off camera. I'm going to go fill up these tanks with lava, these three that I have, and then we're going to come back and we're going to make maybe one more thing. It's going to be awesome. We got to start down the process of getting our machines upgraded, make them go faster, right? That's what we want, because, you know, we've got almost everything we need. We can make plates and ingots, and we can smelt things, we can grind it up, or doubling. We just need to increase our speed. So let me just go in here. I want to show you real quick before I jump off camera what we've got going on inside here for our little, like, way down. So maybe like a little house, right? Not really a house, but like a thing. And if we just go down here like so, just go down the thing. It's not super fast. One of you guys said that you made a jetpack. Not a bad idea for sure. We need to get one of those going pretty soon, that's for sure. Oh my goodness, give me these back. Yeah, so you can see that I have like huge amounts of fire all over down here because I was fighting those gas, and I got the one gas killed, and no more than I start trying to climb up the ladder again, and another gas spawned. So I had to fight another one, which is really the reason that we have all this stuff all around here. Okay, so we're going to put these tanks together like so, and then I'm just going to be over here doing this lava thing for a little bit. So let me get working on this, and I'll bring you back, and then we're going to start down the path of being able to make those machines a little bit faster. And it's probably a 2-episode path. I mean, it's going to take a little bit of time. Now, one thing about these tanks is you can certainly fill them from the top, like that, right? You can fill it from the top, no worries. But what... Oh, no. Get these out of here. But what you can't do is fill them from the bottom. So you have to fill them in a tank that's actually got space. Like they work their way down, but they don't work their way. They won't fill from the bottom up, which is not great. Makes it a little bit hard to do some stuff that I would like to do, but nothing too crazy. So let me get a bunch of lava. I'll be back with you in just a second. Alrighty, my friends, we are back. I started my crops all over again. These things are kind of getting on my nerves a little bit, to be perfectly honest with you. I don't know why it's I'm not getting stickweed. I don't know. Anyway, started those off with fresh sugar cane. It's making me a little grumpy, to be perfectly honest with you. But, man, it is what it is. This is all working like a dream. By the way, this guy right here holds 24 buckets of lava, which is huge. So I went and brought my 3 buckets back, or 3 tanks full, and that sucked all in there. And then I went and got 3 more tanks, and now I'm in pretty good shape. It is flashing on and off a little bit because I just went mining for a little bit, and I'm just grinding up all my iron ore and such. Found some gold, found a bunch of iron. No diamonds, though. I really just need some diamonds. Oh, I don't know how much mining a man needs to do to get the stuff that he needs around here. Okay, so let's talk about how we have some half-decent power at the moment, right? So we've got our wind turbine up there that's working like a dream, passive, and now we've got, I don't know, there's 24 buckets in there, plus however much is in here, a lot, right? So another 16, so we've got 40 buckets of lava producing 20 EU per tick. That's awesome, right? So we could probably start thinking about, I know I said we were going to do this in the beginning of the episode, but we could probably start thinking about the fact that we can, how are these guys doing? Okay. Start improving the speed, right? Cranking up the speed a little bit at which we run some of these machines. So to do that, we need this thing called an overclocker. Okay? It's kind of cool, right? It's kind of cool name. And with a lot of things in IndustrialCraft 2, there's multiple recipes, and it gives you more, right? Especially all these upgrades have a lot of multiple recipes. So if you use 10K coolant cells and insulated copper wire and an electric circuit, so 3 of those, you get 2. If you do 30K coolant cells, you get 6. Same copper and electric circuit here. And if you use 60K coolant cells with the same copper and a circuit, you get 12. Now the deal is, it's essentially close to the same materials. I mean, sorta. So you take 3 10Ks and you get yourself in 6 tin plates and you get a 30K. And then you take 3 of those to get 6. Or you can take 2 30Ks, some iron and some tin, and get a 60K, which is where we're going to end up with, right? So I guess kind of the crazy thing here is you essentially need to make, you have to make 6 30Ks. So you need to make 6 30Ks to be able to get your oh my goodness. So you have to have 2, right? So you need 6 60Ks. That means you have to make, right, 3 60Ks. Each one of those is 2 30s. So you need 6 of these, right? 6 30K coolant cells. And remember, to make these, we need 3. So we need 18 of these regular coolant cells, right? Universal fluid cell. So we're going to need tons of tin. So we're not quite ready to be able to make all the stuff that we need to be able to make. I mean, we have to build some machines, which we're going to start working on here in the rest of this episode. But overclockers are the key. And I think if you're going to make them, you might as well just go ahead and save yourself a little bit of resources and make 12. I mean, if you just have to have one, I mean, you could do it like this, right? Super easy. But we might as well grind out all of the coolant that we need to be able to get ourselves the 30Ks and the 60K coolant cells that we need. That doesn't even make sense to me, and I just said it. Anyway, we're going to try to make 60K coolant cells to be able to get these overclocker upgrades. That's the plan, okay? But the problem that you run into is you need yourself some coolant. And to get coolant, IC2 coolant, you need something called the Fluid Solid Canning Machine. It's a brand new machine. It's a tier 1 machine, so we can use it on the existing power line that we have, no worries whatsoever. And there's 2 ways to do it. You can either take water and run it through the Fluid Solid Canning Machine with 8 lapis lazuli dust. By the way, if you don't know, you can put lapis in the macerator like this, right? We could just put some in there. There's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we'll put 8 pieces of lapis in there. We'll come back and check that here in a minute. But so that's the first way, right? You could do that, or you can get yourself some distilled water, and then you only have to use 1 lapis dust. And that's what we're going to do. So the next part of this episode is going to be setting up the infrastructure we need to be able to get distilled water. So then we can get ourselves a canning machine, and we're going to be in good shape. Yes? Yes. Okay. So I think maybe if we get our distilled water running today, we'll come back tomorrow and make the canning machine and see if we can't get a little bit of coolant going on. So here's what I want to do. So let's take a look at these. They're called a solar distiller is what they are. And they're not too expensive. I mean, they're a little bit. So we need a machine casing and some of these universal fluid cells, which are tin casings. And we're going to make 2 of these bad boys, right? At least that's my plan. Yeah? I think we are. I think we're going to make 2 of these guys, and that means we're going to have to make some other stuff along with it. So now you could technically set up your canning machine outside and just export fluid directly from the thing, right? The solar distiller into the canning machine, and away you go. But I don't want to have any of those machines outside, right? The distiller has to be outside because it needs sunlight, but I don't want my canning machine to be outside. So what we're going to use is some of these eye tanks, and we're going to do some stuff, okay? So the first thing, let's make some of these, 2 of these solar distillers. So I'm going to need some of these, 1, 2, 3, 4, I think. All right, so we're going to get 4 of these, and let me grab out of here some glass. I think I need 8, okay? And then we're going to go like this and make one of these. And I think I have some iron in here. Yeah, man. You know I'm on top of it. And we're going to make another one of these. Just 2 for now. And then we should be able to make these 2 solar distillers. I need another piece of glass, I guess. 2 more pieces. 5. Okay, and then we can make the second solar distiller. So we have 2 of these bad boys now. And let's take them out and set them down. Let's find a spot. It doesn't really matter where. Hello, creeper. Are you going to be over there causing some trouble? Yeah, you are. Oh my goodness, there's creepers everywhere. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Crazy thing. Okay. So let's put these guys down. And they're pretty simple, right? So we can take a look at the interface. So you can see what upgrades. We can have an ejector upgrade. We can have pulling, advanced ejector. We can have the fluid ejector as well. So we can put those on there. Not a problem. You see that essentially this thing, it takes water. It takes water in, and then it converts it with the power of the sun into distilled water. So we're going to have 2 of these guys run. That means we're going to have to get some water into this guy. And man, that means we're going to have to get... I don't think I can put a fluid pulling upgrade. I can eject fluids out of this guy, but I can't put fluids in. So that means we're going to need... oh... Here we go, down another rabbit hole, but that's just the way it is. I'll tell you what, I've been talking to Teddy here, and if you don't know who that is, he's the guy who put this little mod pack together for me. And I've been asking him to get me a simple, like, pipe related mod, like fluid pipes. You remember with immersive engineering, we had the fluid pipes and we used those to transfer fluids around. IndustrialCraft 2 doesn't really give you a pipe, right? There's no pipes that you can use. Now you can do some things like take like a series of tanks, for example, and you could stack those in a big long line, right? And you could say, hey, this tank right here has like a pulling upgrade and it pulls this and it ejects that way, right? Pull. And you can make like a big line of tanks and you could run fluids through them that way. But man, the cost of those is crazy. So what I'm going to try to get Teddy to do, if he's got some time, are these guys mature? Let's grab these things. Is see if he can't find me a very light fluid mod. Okay, let's just do that. Like a fluid pipe mod. I think he's also going to add us some sort of item transfer mod as well. for the same reason, right? There's just really no easy way to transfer items around. And as long as we don't go too crazy with some huge content thing, we should be okay, right? We should be okay. We'll figure it out. Okay, so I need to make another one of these tanks, and that means I'm going to need more of this stuff. 1, 2, I need like all of these, don't I? Okay, let's put all of these tin plates in here. That's going to allow me to make one. We might only be able to make one of these at the moment. Maybe not. Maybe not. I got a plan. Don't you worry. I got plans. Okay, so while that's doing its deal, let's grab some iron out of here, and I want to make some more tanks. How are we doing for that? If I can make... I don't know how many tanks I can make. Let's try to make 4. Let's get 4 buckets. And then let's get another one of these tanks, these eye tanks, right? And let's see if we can't make 4 of those. Yeah, we can. Okay, perfect. So that's going to be good. And then I just need my bucket, which I hope I put somewhere. Yeah, I did. Okay, so now we just need... we probably need another bucket. Let's get 2. We might as well have 2. Now, I'm not saying this way that I'm doing it is the best way, but this is how I'm going to do it. I mean, you could do it however you want to. Now, one thing to be completely aware of is the distillation process for fluids. Very, very slow. So it's not like some crazy quick process that you're going to be able to just like, you know, be cranking away at. It's going to take a while. So I'm going to make myself back here. I'm kind of nervous now. Creepers lurking around. An infinite water source like so, right? And really what I want to be able to do is I want to be able to just pull fluid out of this thing. And I want to go like this. All right, I'm going to put a tank here. I'm going to put a tank there. Right, so like a big tank. So this is where my distilled water is going to come from. So it's a double tank coming from these guys right here. Right? Now the problem that you run into is you can't fill... No. You can't fill these guys. I mean, you could do it like that, right? I mean, we could technically do it that way if we wanted to. I mean, it holds a couple buckets. So we could go like this and say, hey, you get in there, give me these back. Right, we could do it like that. But I'd like to be able to store up a bunch, because as I'm working around the base here, I want it to just be able to produce distilled water like all day long. So we're going to stack these guys here. I'm going to fill these up with water, with our infinite water source, just like this. And I'll do that off camera. And then what I'm going to do is, if you look here, right, so this guy can use a fluid ejector upgrade. I wish it would take a pulling upgrade, but it doesn't look like it will. So, and so then I can eject. So I need to make 2 ejector upgrades so I can eject distilled water in here. And then I'm going to need to build a couple tanks, right? A tank on either side of this. And then I can have bring those tanks over there, put them there, and then pull and eject into that thing. Does that make sense? Oh my goodness, a nightmare. So what that means is I need 2 tanks. 2 IndustrialCraft 2 tanks. Let's grab these. Alright, so if I go over here, and actually we might as well just put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in there. Let that thing do its deal. Alright, so if I want to make one of these tanks, I need to make an item, a basic machine casing, and then I need to make some of these guys. I need to get these, make some of these universal fluid cells, make 4 of those. Alright, and then I can make a tank. Right, like so. And then this tank can sit right here. Okay? Yes. And then this tank can sit right there. Okay? And then if I have a pulling upgrade on him, right, he'll pull the fluid in. And then I can have an ejector upgrade on him, and he can eject the fluid out. Right, and then an ejector upgrade on this guy. You can see that we're starting to get some. It's super slow, though, so it's going to take a while to get a bucket of this stuff, and we need lots of buckets of it. Like lots and lots of buckets. So I need to make another tank, and I need to make some ejector upgrades, fluid ejector upgrades. So I need... let's see. I'm going to need 4... ejector upgrades. So that's 16 of those plus a ton of copper. Okay. And then I'm going to need 2 pulling upgrades, which is the same. Essentially, it's this recipe. So I got to make this recipe 6 times. So that probably means... dang it, I don't want to get too far off the beaten path here. I'd like to... I think what I'll do... Here's what I'm going to do. Let's build one more machine that I've been sort of kicking around the idea of building, but I haven't yet. So let's build one more machine. What is that? Is that tin wire? Yeah. Do I have any of that tin wire laying around, or did I use it all? I think maybe I used it all. That's HV cable. I don't want that. I want... What is that? Oh, I do have a piece of that tin cable. Okay, so let's make another machine while we're kicking around here. And that thing is called a compressor. We're going to need one anyway, so it's not like we're just making it for this project. We're going to definitely need a compressor down the road. It's pretty simple. It's just some stone, a basic machine casing, and electronic circuit. So we've got all the pieces parts, I think, to get this done. Where's my rubber? Do I have 6 of those? I do. I need to go do another rubber harvest. Okay, so those are right there. That is. There are those. That's what I was trying to say. And then I need an iron plate. Do I have one? No. Okay, let's get an iron plate going. And I can go like 1, 2. I'll probably need to do that like that. Okay. Alright, so then I should be able to make this with the materials that I have in my possession. And then I can grab an iron plate out of here. And I can grab some... diorite? Yeah, 6 of those. Alright, and now let's make a basic machine casing, and let's also then make the compressor. Okay, bang. Alright, so since I have to make so many of these, here we can put that guy down like that, and he'll fill up with... Now essentially what it does, it's kind of, think of it like it actually compresses materials together, right? So if I have... we're going to have to, we'll need that down the road. If I have some tin, let me get some tin out of here. Let's get, so I need 36. Yeah, I'm going to have to hit the mines. I think I have enough to make all these upgrades, though, without doing anything. Oh, no, no, no. No. Let's look at this guy. So you take a bunch of tin, you can compress it into a tin block if you want to. You can take a lapis lazuli and compress it into a lazuli plate. But what we want to do is make dense tin plates, which are, let's see. So let's look at this. So we're looking at ejector upgrades like these. So if we can make a dense tin plate, 9 tin plates in the compressor give us a dense one. So we could take this, put this in rolling machine mode, and just let this thing run and get 36 of those guys. And then essentially we can make 1 motor and make our 4 dense plates, and we'll get 9 fluid ejectors, right? That's money in the bank right there. Yeah. Okay. So let me go out here real quick. I know we're getting super long in this episode. I was hoping that I could get some more of this stuff done, but that's just the way it is. We'll come back tomorrow and we'll get some of these overclockers going. But what I'm going to do in the meantime... Ooh, I'm going to go kill me some zombies is what I'm going to do in the meantime. Hiya! Please give to me a potato. Oh, yeah, the baby. Dang, baby. Hit this guy before he dies. Give me a potato. These guys hate me. Oh, how are these things? Is that a weed? You get out of there, you dang weed. Okay, put this back like that, and then get another one of these. Okay. Gotta stay on top of this, man. I need some stickweed. Man, weeds are going crazy around here. This is not good. Okay. That's not good at all. So what I'm going to do is, just so we can sort of get started, I'm going to go over here and I'm going to fill this guy up with water. I think he holds 8 buckets is what I want to say. So that's going to give me 16. Here, you go like that. Yeah? Okay. You're going to cause me trouble, aren't you? Crazy thing. Alright, we go like that. Is that 8? Yeah. So it should be just about full. Let's verify. No, it'll hold more than that. So I'm going to try to get it filled up. Let's see how much this thing holds. Okay, now it's full. So it must be 10 buckets that it holds. So we can do the same thing over here, and we can get these guys like that, right? And we can put these guys like that. That's actually good to know that it holds 10 buckets. That way we can know exactly how much we can put in one of these tanks. Okay, there we go. 10 buckets. If we try to put another one in there, we're going to get, it's not going to work, right? Okay, perfect. So that means we can throw that in there like that. Okay, actually we should go like this and like this and like this and like that. Okay, so this thing's going to run, and he'll fill up his internal buffer, right? He'll have however many 10 buckets of distilled water. This guy's probably coming up on, no, not very much. So we'll have 20 buckets of distilled water, which is actually going to be perfect, because if we take a look at overclockers, right, we look at those, and we're going to need, we already did this math, and I know we're long. Oh my goodness, I got to get this episode out and done for you guys. So we need 18 of these guys, and each one requires 1 bucket. We're also going to need some more tin. I'm going to have to hit the mines for sure. So let me go. Let's go in here and see. I want to show you at least how this compressor works before we call this episode a done deal. Yeah. So let's take these, throw them in there. You can see it's kind of fast, right? I mean, it's okay. It's not super slow. And this thing should compress down and give me a dense tin plate. I need to hit the mines and get, I don't know, like a stack of tin, or... So there we go. There's our dense tin plate. So now, if I have the dense ones, right, I can make these ejector upgrades, right? Because I'm going to need 4 of those, and then 4 pulling upgrades. So we might as well make it like this, right? So we just use 4 dense tin plates and make an just 1 electric motor, which is pretty simple, right? And then we can get 9 of those things. That's what we're going to do. All right. Whew. Well, we're started down the path, that's for sure. Until next time, please remember to be cool. Don't be a fool. And from my one man, one mod, IndustrialCraft 2, Let's Play Spotlight Survival Series, or whatever we're going to call it. Man, we're compressing stuff. We're distilling water. We're using one of the IC2 tanks to pull lava into our generator. Man, we're taking care of business. I guess we'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.